Hey everybody, and welcome to Brews and Blockchain.
Brews and Blockchain.
Brews and Blockchain.
Brews and Blockchain.
All right, you may know us as the Crypto Masters, but hey, sometimes we just get laid back and want to chat about crypto, and we call it Brews and Blockchain.
Yes. Observe the backwards hat. Even though I
You
wear
do
this
that
a lot.
all the time.
I'm always laid back, bro.
But observe the sweet Stein.
The Stein. I
Yeah,
love
so-
Steins so
Yeah,
much.
I do too. These are so cool. So I got a new one here, which our viewers haven't seen yet, and it is it's called a nautical Stein with lots of ships. And
I was about to say, watch your language.
it's it's super cool. Again, I have the cap. I call it like a Harry Potter sorting cap kind of thing. And
Wow.
So Ross, I am going to pour into it some. I don't know the brewery, but it's a pumpkin. It's either a porter or it's certainly dark beer. I'll try to let you see it here.
Okay.
So I'm pouring.
Yeah, I'll
some
put all that info in the link in the description
into
for later.
my Stein. I'm going to pour some in yours, and you got to tell
Okay.
us about your Stein because
Ooh,
it
the
is
coordination
a new
here.
one. It's a beautiful new
yes.
one.
So, Brian, I've got a kind of like I almost feel like it's that redneck Stein, It's got the fish on there. It's got a little dragonfly on a log and I don't know what kind of bird. I'm not a bird guy,
Let me
but
see it.
are you a bird person?
It's a pretty bird.
Yes.
No, I don't know what kind of.
That's the adjective we were looking for. And then, a little top with some acorns
Your
and
top
some
is
leaves, some
interesting.
foliage.
Compare our caps,
Yeah.
Mine
you know.
again goes to the peak, and then yours is flat. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so take a drink. Let's see. We'll probably forget toward the end. So, what do you think of the pumpkin?
I'm not too into the pumpkin flavored stuff, but
It's got a pumpkin flavor
it's
to
not
it,
bad.
but it's also got a beer flavor. I give it. It's okay. It's all right. Pretty good.
Yeah, not as I'm not a pumpkin spice latte person, but pumpkin beer I can tolerate.
It's pretty stout. It's stout in our
Yeah,
Steins.
it's very thick. It's very
right.
thick for sure.
So, as you know, here on Brews and Blockchain, we just chat. We just talk about hot topics in the crypto space. And one of the hot topics now, and it is October 26th, 2021.
Yep.
This week, we just heard that Mastercard is going to allow banks to offer crypto credit and debit cards. A pretty big deal.
Yeah, that ranks up there, Brian. That's a huge deal.
Yeah. So, I mean, we all talk about hoping when crypto becomes more mainstream. This has to be a pretty big step because how many millions of users does Mastercard have?
Oh, it's insane.
It is. And they're now, I guess, going to allow them to, get crypto rewards, to use crypto, I believe, to make payments, to allow them to convert the crypto to fiat if they want, as needed.
By the way, Mastercard has 250 million users right now. So
Dang. That's a big step. And it's got some publicity, for those of us in the crypto world, but I don't know, at least in the mainstream, if people realize this is a big step. I mean, potentially.
Well, I think in my head, it's still ingrained in me. I keep thinking, man, when is crypto mainstream? When is crypto mainstream? And maybe we do an episode on this, but what is our gauge of that? What is our mark for that? And I think this might be one of them. I mean, dang, MasterCard says they're going to offer, crypto services. I mean,
Big step.
To be totally honest, when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's fake. I was too excited to see the headline. I assumed it was fake.
It is kind of like one of those that might have been fake because we've seen fake ones before.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
So as I started to see, CNBC, Bloomberg.com,
Right.
so many sources, I was like, okay, confirmed.
So my understanding is, and this is all pretty preliminary. They've given out some initial releases, but it's it's going to start with Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, maybe some of the big ones, but then they're going to keep expanding and going to give more choices for crypto assets. So that's good too. They're not limiting it to Bitcoin. So again, that's great for the crypto space.
Oh yeah, the day I can go out to eat and earn rewards is freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I've thought about this too. I have I have my main credit card. I'd say that I use most of the time is airline rewards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a bunch sitting there, literally been sitting there for a couple years. What kind of interest have I earned on them? What kind of appreciation have I had on that? Zero.
I would say 0 to none.
Zero. So if that had been Bitcoin instead,
oh dang,
think about what's happened in the last 2 years for Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, anyways, it's a big deal.
And maybe I'll talk to you after this. I have a trip coming up. Maybe I could
use some of those points.
Yeah,
they're for sale. All right, so Mastercard is partnering with Bakkt, BAKKT, a company that probably a lot of us in the crypto space have heard of because it spun off from ICE, the Intercontinental Exchange, to have a Bitcoin futures exchange or something like that. But it recently went public through a SPAC, and once this was announced, its price had a tremendous appreciation. So, if you want to get into it on the investments on the stonk side, you can now buy Bakkt.
Yeah, and to be honest, I am looking to get. I don't have any right now, but I'm looking to get in for that one.
Some Bakkt stock?
Oh yeah, because I really think that could take off. But yeah, we're mainly crypto asset stuff. We don't talk about stonks, but I thought I'd throw that out there.
Well,
yeah.
I don't mind talking about stonks because I sort of have to invest in stonks through my 401k/IRA account.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I do own GBTC, Grayscale GBTC.
Yeah, for sure.
And Grayscale ETH. But I got to diversify a little bit, so I do have some stonks in there. So I got to look at. Although I do have MicroStrategy, it's heavily crypto oriented.
It sounds very crypto oriented, which I love.
Yeah. So I mean, a big step in the evolution of crypto becoming mainstream is this announcement by Mastercard.
Yep, big stuff.
All right.
Big stuff.
You want to move on to topic 2? That was topic 1 of Brews and Bitcoin.
Yes.
Other than
Brews and Blockchain, that is.
Brews and yeah. Brews and Blockchain.
But it flows.
But we got the pumpkin beer. What do you think?
Yeah, pumpkin beer. I couldn't drink a lot of it, but it's good. It's a good taster.
It's seasonal.
Yeah, it's very seasonal.
It's October, so we're going to enjoy it. All right. Next topic is Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu, yes.
This week in time, a week of probably like October 24th was Sunday starting this week. Mm-hmm. And maybe even the Saturday before that, Shiba Inu has sort of gone crazy. So tell us about that.
Oh, yeah. It's absolutely gone insane. I mean, I'm looking at thecryptomasters.com right now. And if you look at this 30-day movement, I mean, it's up 527%. I mean, dang. I mean, it has just exploded.
Wow.
It's insane. I mean, by market cap, it's catching up to Dogecoin.
The other number 11, coin. Right?
Oh, yeah. It's number 11.
Right now, as of the date of this podcast, it's number 11, which is
almost crazy. In the top 10.
Yeah. And, I mean, if you eliminate stable coins, it is.
Yeah, and really, Shiba has dipped a little bit because a fanboy tweeted at the Elon Musk, our homie in the crypto space. Maybe some don't think that anymore, but they tweeted at him and asked him, "Hey, Elon, how much Shiba do you own?" Man, was that a big mistake because he said none. He does own some Doge, of course. But yeah, he owns no Shiba. It dipped a little bit, but I mean...
His tweet was a one-word response. It said, none.
In pure Elon fashion. So yeah, he said none. I mean, the price wasn't really affected, but it did, just take a slight dip after that. But man, Shiba is on a freaking tear.
It is, and I'm not really sure why. I don't know if anybody is really sure why. Mm-hmm. But, I looked into this and... we did a podcast on the Crypto Masters about Dogecoin, and we talked about, Dogecoin is a fork of Bitcoin,
Yeah.
But of course, they changed it, and there certainly isn't the 21 million cap. It's a lot more than that, or maybe it's an unlimited cap. I don't recall, but so Dogecoin is a fork of Bitcoin, but Shiba Inu is an ERC20, I think. So it's on the Ethereum blockchain, and you hear that because it's on the Ethereum blockchain, they could have smart contracts sort of just piggyback on the Ethereum.
Mm-hmm.
So, they I think are sort of promising, more things are going to come. We're going to have some utility from this.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than, kind of like Dogecoin is tipping, but, with Elon and then, the Dallas Mavericks now accept, I think, Dogecoin as payment for tickets and things like that.
What's crazy, Brian, is, you say Dogecoin is tipping, which I absolutely agree with, but in the crypto space, you know what that means? On the 30-day, it's up 21%. That's what, tipping means in the crypto space, which is crazy.
It is. And, we did our podcast on Dogecoin, and we both thought it was a really fun token. We thought it, was really cool. They did a lot of cool things. But
oh, yeah, I love Dogecoin.
Yeah, but we both thought, well, it's not really for us. We're not really going to invest in it because, we don't see sort of the utility of it like we do on some other coins and tokens.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. But,
we've missed out.
Right, but I don't know. So Doge has had a couple of, with Elon tweeting about Doge and promoting Doge, and then the Dallas Mavericks and Mark Cuban accepting Doge as payment. It's got a little bit of utility there. But Shiba Inu being an ERC20 token on the Ethereum network, I think it'd be very easy for it to sort of just copy and paste the smart contracts capability of Ethereum. So I think they're trying to work toward some kind of roadmap where it might have some utility. So who knows? I mean,
yeah.
In these days, Ross, I'm an older guy, but meme tokens or memes with the younger crowd just have a big, it really resonates with them. And who's to say? I don't know. It's not really for me, but for others, and that's a lot of people, could be something.
No, for sure. Full disclosure, I don't own any Shiba. I own a fraction of Doge, just a little bit of Dogecoin. But I think that's what's exciting about the crypto space, and we can make projects that are fun, that are creative. I think it's the beauty of it. But I think the downside of it is not the projects themselves, but how they're perceived in the public. You see headlines all the time. Oh, meme coin is now in the top market cap of all cryptocurrencies. Right. It's like, whoa, this is a legit project, a fun project, and you need to chill out and back up. Yeah.
Well, the mainstream media, picks up on that, and and I don't know. I'm sort of split. I get it. I sort of am so behind all of the good things that crypto can do. And I don't really think that, Doge and Shiba Inu are really part of that, other than it's just the fun side of it. But there's so many real world game changing applications in crypto that I would rather focus on that. But I get it. Sure. Again, the younger crowd loves the memes. They think it's fun that these tokens are really taking off, and, power to them. I hope they all make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Garrett, if you'd invest in either one of these fairly early on, including when we did our Dogecoin podcast, you'd be making a ton of money. And great.
You would be solid. And I think, our consensus is we're not steering you away from the meme coins, but I will urge caution.
Yeah.
These things fluctuate like crazy. So
right. And that
invest with your own.
Definitely could come crashing down at any time. I think more so than others, with income streams, which people see as being a more solid investment. Once, for whatever reason, the tide turns on the meme coins, it could be very severe.
It could be catastrophic for sure.
Be.
I love using catastrophic. It's just such a heavy word,
All right. So we talked about the big Mastercard news. We've talked about the Shiba Inu run up this week.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting stuff in crypto, but it's now almost the end of October, the first month of the fourth quarter of 2021. So we've been talking about this on our other Brews and Blockchain. I think we keep going. We keep going probably till the end of the year, because this is what a lot of people are thinking about, Ross. And it's back to cycle tops. And how do we...
That is the big topic.
Is there going to be a cycle top?
We can't ignore this.
When is it going to be? How do you plan for it? And what do you look for? We talked about, I think on the last show, a couple of things we're looking at. I think you looked at the pi.
Yeah, the pi cycle top indicator. You can find that on lookintobitcoin.com.
Right. And I've been looking at the RSI. And I've been saying if it gets up to about 88 to 90, which is really high, that's when you might want to look to getting out. But I'm big time on monitoring on crypto Twitter, and there are some really good accounts there with some guys that you sort of use a combination of TA and on-chain information.
Oh, okay.
And they are saying, a lot of them are saying late December, it's going to be the peak, around Christmas, maybe like December 20th. And, it's going to be around $250,000.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
So that would be awesome. But there's also another group of very big influencers who are saying, no, it's going to be an extended run this year, and it'll go into Q1 of 2022. So maybe we're talking February and March before you hit the top. So this is important stuff, Ross. What do you think?
Yeah, I just think, man, we've got a lot of momentum. I mean, we just talked about Mastercard. I mean, even Shiba Inu is pumping more. I mean, from my opinion, more retail investors into the crypto space. It at least intrigues their interest to research more. And dang.
Something I should have said about that. One thing I read about a speculation as to why Shiba Inu pumped so much is that it's going to soon be listed on Robinhood.
Oh, how did we miss that? Yeah. That's the big rumor on Twitter. I mean, nothing is confirmed right now as of the recording of this episode. Right. But that's the big rumor.
But again, Robinhood, and you look at its, user base, and it's the young people. So, if that were to happen, that could be a big, reason that the price would pump.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess coming back to, what do I think? Man, I mean,
market top. This is cycle top. This is like the biggest decision everybody here in crypto is making right now.
I know, yeah. And I guess out of those two scenarios you painted, December or quarter one, Brian, I would favor whatever the later date is, just because in my opinion, I just think there's so much momentum in this thing. Even though you follow, the RSI or the pi cycle top indicator that I indicated or talked about, man, I just think there's so much momentum coming into crypto with Mastercard, with more opportunities to get involved with crypto. I mean, you can get in on Venmo. I mean, it's just crazy. It is crazy right now.
So it's big, but this is what people are wondering, right? And I want to say this. So if you've been in crypto, you know this. You think price goes up. It's going up and to the right, but it really is going up and down and up and down. And one thing you got to be prepared for is there are going to be downturns, dips. And that's the decision. Is this the big one? Do I need to get out, or is this just a dip and then it's going to go back up? That's the hard thing, about this decision. Where is the top? And for me, I know I'm not going to hit the top perfectly. So
I've long accepted that.
Oh,
for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Forget it. So I am going to do some selling on the way up. If there's a dip, and for whatever reason, it's early enough that I don't think this is the dip. And by the way, traditionally, the dips are 80 to 90%.
They're drastic, swift, and they'll eat your heart out.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you've got to decide, is this just a dip before another pump? Or is this the dip? And there's no easy answer to that. But if you look at what some of the experts are saying, watch closely in mid to late December, or are we getting more pumps, and it's going to go into Q1 of 2022.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess as far as like strategy goes, if I'm me being the person that's favoring the longer drawn out run, I am going to be, you better bet I'm going to be selling on the way up, because I mean, I'm not going to disclose my portfolio now, but I'm in a very green position. I am in an awesome position.
Well, anybody's been holding as long as we have.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's been 2018, 2019 when I've been acquiring various coins, and I just honestly, when you're in a position of that long, holding that long, you gotta acquire. You gotta lock in those profits.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands. Oh,
diamond hands until it's time.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
And so,
exactly.
guys, we're. I think Ross and I both believe there's going to be another cycle. If you don't think so, if you think this is a super cycle, that's legit. I mean, there are smart people who think that's going to happen, that this time is different.
Yeah.
We're not going to have that 80% dip. And I don't know, but I am guessing. My thought is, my plan is that there is going to be that. So I'm going to try to get out to a large extent, close to, but not at the peak cycle top. Yeah. And then I'll buy back later. But if you think it's a super cycle, and some people are talking about this,
yeah,
and you can't discount it, that this time is different, and that's not going to happen, then you might just want to hold.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and I think you're about to get into it, Brian. But we talk about when does this cycle end? What's the bull like? When is the bull run going to end? But that amounts to what price are you targeting? So, Brian, what you got for us?
Well, I just want to go back. We've talked about this before. Maybe you can put it back here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we'll put it back here. The famous tweet now from Plan B, who's famous for the stock to flow. In June of 2021, he gave his predictions of the worst case scenarios for 2021. He did this in June. He said August will be above 47K, and it was barely.
Uh-huh.
He said in September, it'll be above 43K, so actually a little bit down from that, and it was.
Yep. I'm seeing September 18th, 48K.
Oh, go to the end of September. It's just barely above the 43 that he said.
Oh, yeah. End of September. And I'm looking at this on thecryptomasters.com. I can't say that enough. Go check it out. But yeah, September 30th, 43.8.
And
oh, yeah.
Again, Plan B said above 43. So he's right on that.
Mm-hmm.
So October, he says above 63. What is it now?
What are we at right now, Brian? We're at 60,000, but we just kind of did a little dip here.
That was a dip. That was like a dip in the past couple hours.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And
but there's still 5 days left.
We just hit an all-time high in October, so...
Right. But so anyways, he says no less than 63K at the end of October. And that remains to be seen, but it's pretty close.
It looks, it's tracking.
It's very close,
I would say so, yeah.
But here's what I think everybody needs to know. He says at the end of November, 98K is the minimum. No less than 98K.
Oh, yeah.
That's a huge jump in 1 month. And then end of December, he says no less than 135K. So
big moves, moves coming. So, with that model, Brian, like if you believe in it, you're not a fool for buying Bitcoin right now. Just think about that.
Right.
After we just hit an all-time high.
You're an all-time high and you're buying Bitcoin. Because Plan B says will be no less than 135 in 2 months.
Yeah.
So
you want to double your money?
We're gonna keep talking about the cycle top, because I think that's the most important issue right now for everybody as we're nearing the end of 2021, and we'll keep updating it next time on Brews and Blockchain.
Yes, Brews and Blockchain. And hey guys, we love you for stopping by. Check out our channels, on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want to cover next. for a coin review, we usually do coin reviews. Tell us what you want.
TheCryptoMasters.com. We do our coin reviews. Brews and Blockchain. We just talk crypto.
Yeah. Let us know what you think, and go check out TheCryptoMasters.com. Can't say it enough. It's awesome. We're adding to it. Yes.
Yeah, keep looking at that because we keep improving it really daily. That's our goal. We want to make it the best crypto website for you to go to.
Yes. Well said, Brian. As the developer, I love that you said that.
You are the man. All right. Thanks, everybody.